Welcome to Thinkplus Education. In today's podcast, we have our former student and the current student at Indian Institute of Foreign Trade, Kakinada. Namaste, Anusree.
Namaste, sir.
Anu, you remember last year when you joined long term, you were already studying in one of the colleges in Vizag and you were pursuing your engineering.
Yes, sir.
So, my first question to you is, why the switch? Why did you move from engineering to management?
Honestly, I didn't think that I would switch from engineering to management. I took science because I enjoyed doing mathematics and all. So, I took science because it had maths. Then, after taking science, the default option will be giving JEE. During the JEE preparation and all, I realized I only enjoyed mathematics but did not enjoy physics and chemistry. Then after some time, like by the end of engineering exams and all, I came across IPMAT. I looked through the entrance exam syllabus, like it had maths, which I loved, and then logical reasoning, which I already tried once like previously, and then verbal ability, which I thought I'll improve after taking some coaching and all. So that's the reason I took IPMAT. Then after a few weeks into IPMAT and all, I just went through the syllabus and curriculum of the IPM colleges. Then I realized it was fun because it had different subjects as well. Like apart from management subjects, it had arts, skill courses, and some extracurricular activities as well.
And do you find it now in IIFT Kakinada?
Yeah, we do have like in the first semester we have yoga, Python, and psychology. So it's fun.
It's fun?
Yeah.
That's good to hear. But you only decide or you only got to know about the curriculum after you took the decision to give IPMAT.
Yes.
So do you regret it or do you like that decision that you took?
I like the decision I took. Maybe I didn't search them before, but now I really enjoy the subjects and all. Like it's been two to 3 weeks I've joined IIFT and I'm really enjoying it.
That's a good point you're bringing me to. So it's been 3 weeks since you joined IIFT Kakinada. So the viewers need to know this as well. Anusree in this year's JIPMAT in 2026 has a 99.94 percentile.
Yes.
99.94 percentile. That's probably the top 10 in the country. And fate had it that she didn't really give IPMAT Indore well because we were expecting her to get in. But she did get into IIM Rohtak. But so I know the whole discussion that we had, but why did you eventually end up taking the call that you would like to join IIFT Kakinada and not IIM Rohtak?
Because IIFT Kakinada curriculum is based on business analytics. So I realized that I would be better in IIFT business analytics than the general BBA and IIM Rohtak.
Why?
Why? Because I love maths and business analytics is all about maths and all.
Statistics, yes. Now going back to the earlier conversation, Anu. See, it's not like you didn't crack ITJE. Of course, you were borderline. I think a 95 percentile, if I'm not wrong, 94, 95 percentile.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, which is not a bad number per se. I think your general category and
yes,
you possibly didn't get into the top IITs. But I'm pretty sure you had some NITs that you interviewed for, no?
No, I didn't get any of it.
So, but I would still say that it was a good score. It's not a bad score. 95 percentile of 12, 14 lakhs students.
Yes.
So that's a very good number. What made you decide that, despite a degree of success in JEE, what made you decide that engineering is not for you?
Like when I went to the local university for 15 days and all, I didn't enjoy the course that much like my peers did. And even when I learned some programming languages and all, also I was not that interested in that. So, but anyway, I actually wanted to do a MBA from IIM. But when I got to know that we can go into IIMs in a very early stage, then why not going in right now?
Yes, absolutely. Why not? But then society would have asked you, what is this? What are you doing?
Like when I took this decision of long term and all, just my parents and like very few people knew about my long term decision. Not much people got to know about it. When I got into IIFT, I told like all of my relatives that I'll be doing this. They honestly had no idea what IPMAT was. Then I told them that this is like you give this exam, you know, you get into top B schools, IIMs, IIFTs and all. So they were happy with my decision. Even my close relatives who got to know before itself, they were like, finally she's doing something she likes and all. So they were very supportive of me.
You're lucky that you didn't find any pressure, or maybe you didn't share it with people, and hence there was no pressure.
Yeah.
That's good, very good. But when did you come to, know of IPMAT?
I think it was like around July, August of 2024. By the time all the interviews are done and almost like the merit list came out. So I got to know about it like after almost all the process was over.
Okay. I remember you talking about finding out IPMAT when you went for a ICER interview or something like that.
Yeah, when I was giving a NFSU entrance exam, somebody told me that they're going to give JEPMAT that day itself. Through them, I got to know about IPMAT. Then it was my father who searched about what is IPMAT and all. He told me it's like where you can go into IIMs and all like after 12th. So that's how I got to know about IPMAT.
Lovely. And when did you get to know about Thinkplus?
I think it was in August itself. One of my friend's father told me that Thinkplus gives coaching for IPMAT. So we came to Thinkplus for that.
How was your journey with us over the last year? How would you give me 3 adjectives to that?
Amazing.
That's one.
Mind blowing.
That's 2.
Lovely. Just
Lovely.
like
But again, why elaborate a little bit, because that was very sarcastic.
No, it was not sarcastic. See, like I loved how you and Ram sir, like did personal mentoring and all, and you tailored curriculum, like handouts, everything for us according to the way we do. Like some people do slow or some people do fast. Like according to them, you had the handouts ready, like the difficulty of questions as well. And then when it comes to mentoring, also you helped us like how to do the analysis part and all, like what should be considered and what not to be considered, and the way to solve questions as well. So I really loved the whole journey with Thinkplus.
What about your reflection on your IPMAT prep journey?
I should have solved more RCs every day. I should have focused more on verbal ability. Probably then indoor would have been.
You missed it by how many marks, verbal ability?
I think I missed it by 10 to 11 marks, like the verbal cutoff.
Can you tell me about your IPMAT indoor scores and the cutoffs?
The essay score was, my score was 32. I think the cutoff was 24. And then for the second section MCQs, my score is 53, sorry. And the cutoff is 22. For verbal ability, my score is 101 and the cutoff is 112.
Yeah, 112, 111 something like that.
Yeah, 111, 112, and my overall score is 186.
And the overall cutoff was?
160 to 117, between 160 to 170.
So you basically cleared the cutoff,
but couldn't clear
the sectional cutoff of verbal ability. I think I am to be blamed for that.
No, sir.
So what would you have done differently apart from solving more RCs? What would you have done differently?
I don't know, like I feel like I messed up the RC section and the IPMAT indoor verbal ability.
And why do you think so?
Because I suck at RCs.
No, but then what did you mess up?
I messed up the inference-based questions, kind of ones, like which you need to think a lot.
What would your suggestion be to someone who's preparing for IPMAT for 2026 and they're weak in verbal ability, like you? Now, 101 is not a bad score, by the way. I wouldn't say that is weak. I would just say that is borderline, not enough.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what is your suggestion for the people for, focus on verbal ability first?
So my suggestion would be like learn at least 10 to 15 vocabulary per day, like just how you tell in like using prefix, suffix and all. And then solve at least 2 RCs a day, and also do like para jumbles, para completions regularly because they do have weightage in IPMAT indoor as well. So we should do everyday practice on stuff like RC, vocabulary, para jumbles, para completion, and grammar also should be considered because grammar has more weightage in Rohtak and JIPMAT compared to indoor. So I feel like we should do practice every day on these topics.
So what is one thing that helped you in probably grammar?
Like whenever we got handouts, we usually used to circle the wrong answer. We just did it like that, but we never wrote down the rules. You came and told us that it's better if we write a rules in a book, like why did we choose this answer and what's the rule behind it. So I did that for the 220 questions handout. Then that really helped me a lot because whenever I need to revise grammar rules, I just put that handout in the notebook beside and then just revise all of them. So this keeps on, the rules keep on being remembered gradually like that. So that helped me for grammar a lot. Writing down the rules and the reasons why it's not correct or why is it correct.
And what did you not do for RCs that you think should have been done? Not just practicing, but beyond practicing.
Maybe like you said, we should do a mind map, or like for every paragraph we need to write a note about like in a 2-3 words and all. I didn't do that. Like for some paragraphs I was able to do, but for most of them I was not able to make a mind map, something like that. I think if I would have done the mind map thing, it will be better for me for the RCs part.
That's true. But on the contrary, you're good with quant, and you've always been good with quant throughout your life, isn't it? You've been good with math.
Yeah,
and you like math. But you also helped your friends from the long-term batch who were not so great with math, right?
yes.
So you know their perspective as well as to why they are not great with math. What would your suggestion be to people appearing for 2026?
So most people, they say they don't like math or they suck at math because they don't want to try math itself. They feel like math is not for me. So first the mindset need to be changed that math can be solved. Like they should try it itself. And then I would say we have to have strong foundation, like the basics thing for every quant chapter we have. Because JIPMAT and Rohtak will mostly have easy questions, like except 2-3 questions, most of them will be easy, which can be solved if you have strong foundation about the basics and all. So it's good if they feel they're not good at math, they should solve every day like 15 questions. Taking a chapter like first day, they'll do some 15 easy questions. Then they'll increase the level slowly. They should do a regular practice for quant. Then I feel they'll be confident enough.
When you were teaching your friends, what was one thing that you observed in them, apart from, of course, the fear psychosis of not liking math or calling math is not a subject for me? Apart from that, and also when you say fundamentals, that's that's practice, that's focus. But even when how did you decide that they didn't have the fundamentals?
I didn't mean to say that they don't have fundamentals. I feel like if they have good foundation on fundamentals and all, it'll be easy to solve problems, like easy questions and all. But
so what going back, if you think about one particular question, one particular instance where you realized, this person should do this. Think about one instance like that with any one of those, one of your friends back then. Surya.
Yeah,
Pravas.
I think it's Surya. Because he was able to do difficult questions compared to that, but he could not solve it because he forgot the basic part of that chapter. I don't exactly remember which thing was it, but I did feel like he would have been able to do it. It's just he forgot that point. Like it's a basic question, but he forgot about it. That's what led him to miss that question. Like.
So you're saying practice.
Yeah.
And memory.
Like if you do more practice, that will
automatically register. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And okay, one final thing about 2026. What would your general advice be for IIMAT 2026 aspirants?
So like during this IPMAT journey and all, there will be certain instances where we feel like, will we be able to crack IPMAT, or will we be able to get into good college? Will we make our parents happy and all? This is what adds pressure to our brain. But keeping all this aside, I feel like consistency matters a lot, because when you compare yourself to others, you won't be able to do it. Like if you see someone doing very fast, or like they do a lot of handouts, because for IP Mat, consistency matters more than the speed. So the general suggestion will be like to do regular practice, like maintain the consistency till the last.
You did. I know that. I remember. But there were times when you also cried.
Yeah.
What happened then?
Probably because, as I mentioned, there will be certain instances where you'll not be confident enough whether you'll be able to crack it or not.
And you were able to crack it eventually.
Yes.
Of course, maybe not IP Mat Indore, but you did. You did pretty darn well. And I'm proud of you. Good job. So, the advice is basically to stay consistent, show up every day, practice regularly, don't give up, and enjoy the process. That's lovely, amazing. Don't get scared, and don't give up.
Yes.
Don't give up, I think, is the most important message. But as a student, you would also have some observations on what parents should or should not do. What are some observations? What do you think? Not necessarily your mom and dad, but in general, you must have observed your parents, your friends' parents, and all of that.
I feel the child should have the freedom to explore different streams and all, because it is not wrong to try fail, because that's what happened to me. I tried JEE, did engineering for a while. Then I realized this is not for me. Then I went into IP Mat, like business management. So it's not wrong if the decision which you get to know whether this is what you'll enjoy. If it comes late also, it's fine. So the child should have the freedom to explore everything, and the parents should not be like, you have only fixed options, like you can choose only MPC or BPC. The child should have the freedom. So that's what I'll say, like they should be given the freedom to choose what they want to do.
Sure, yes, why not? And I agree. I'm also a product of that kind of a thought, so that's okay. But thinking back to your grade 10, what would your suggestion to parents of grade 10 students be? Because that is when people make choices.
Yes. I feel like people of grade 10 will have no idea what kind of choices we have, like because I was not sure. I was told only about two options, MPC, BPC. Because I loved maths, I chose MPC. So I feel they should be part of some bridge course or something to know which career they would like probably.
Okay.
And parents should not force their decision on children. That's the thing I would like to say. The parents should also, expose them to options like BBA, BCom, BSc. Because not everybody is supposed to do BTech or they should do MBBS. There should be people who needs to do BBA, BSc, BCom as well. So the child should have the freedom.
Again. So, assuming that somebody is joining test prep and they're in their first year of grades 11, 12, they're in the grade 11. What would your suggestion be for somebody who's preparing for IP Mat over a span of 2 years or maybe 1.5 years? So they're going to give IP Mat in 2027. What should they be doing? Think from not just the exam but the whole process. And now that you're in IIFT Kakinada, you also applied for the marketing club and the placement committee, the internship committee and the finance club and the girl up.
Yeah.
You got into all the 4 of them.
Yes.
You didn't get into GAE.
Yeah, GAE.
But you got into the rest of them.
Yes.
So you faced interviews, you did assignments. You faced interviews for the admission process. You had written ability tests? No.
No, we don't have.
But there were no writing tests, but there were definitely a lot of technical questions, the subject-based questions.
Yes.
So, if I were a grade 11 student, what should I do?
So, like when you have such a long time, there'll be instances where you feel like, let's stop this for a while. Probably you'll give up in between as well. But as I said, consistency is the key. And then you also should focus on extracurriculars. You should develop at least 2 or 3 hobbies like sports, dance, music, reading books, whatever, something like that. And also, just like I had like volunteering experiences, like I was part of the Y Hub, Teach the Young, and Laya project. These experiences helped me for the interviews in IIFT clubs, committees, and chapters. So when you are in grade 11, I feel like you have a lot of time. Like you can concentrate on your school subjects, also give time for IPMAT prep, also focus on extracurriculars, and do some volunteering works as well, so that you have at least something to speak about during the interviews. So you should try being part of this for like have hobbies, do volunteering.
How did your when we did the project with Laya or the project that we did with Teach the Young, so how has that experience helped you with your post IIFT Kakinada admission processes?
So like the Teach the Young initiative was all about, talking with the kids. Like it was all about engagement sessions. So when I applied for clubs which have engagement and outreach, this experience helped me because I had an engagement experience with this Kid Power Teach the Young project. And when it comes to Laya, it was all about surveying, going to different locations, serving people. So it was all about a little about public speaking, because you have to speak on the spot, also asking them questions, something which is not like decided before. So that gave me the experience of speaking on the spot, which will help me like when I'm supposed to host events or anchor. That will difficultly help me. And then YHMUN, which we did, that gave the experience of back-end team. So we usually don't know what back-end team do. So when I applied for clubs which have back-end work as well, like which have vacancy for back-end roles, this YHMUN project helped me for that as well.
I'm glad to know. So Y Hub along with Thinkplus has done you good.
Yes.
That's good. That's really nice. And what you suggest is grade 11 students should focus on profile building, should focus on doing things, knowing what to do and what not to do, along with curriculum and along with their education, academics, and IPMAT prep as well.
Yes.
But a lot of students struggle with this because they go to tuitions. How should somebody manage time, a grade 11 student? This is for parents, not just students. Suggest to the parents as to what the child should do?
So like they're going to school, coming here for IPMAT prep, then what's the use of going to tuition? Like how will the student be able to take that much of information in a day?
Correct.
So they should have time for themselves too. Like the generation we are in, like it's not only about education, it's also about the skills we have. So if you keep on studying and go to tuitions, you'll not have the real life skills like talking, interacting with people, which I faced a lot. So I feel going to tuitions is not my cup of tea, and I don't suggest it to parents as well, because they go to school, they learn something there. They come here, they learn something here also. But if they go to tuition also, they get all confused. Like school people say something, tuition people say something, they'll be lost.
But then if somebody needs support,
like it depends, like I don't know.
because you've never been to tuitions.
Yes.
Because you've always been the topper.
I was home tutor, like my dad used to tutor me.
Dad used to spend time with you. Okay.
Yeah. He used to make worksheets for me. I take the worksheet and write answers in a book. He takes the book, corrects it. If he finds any mistake, I have to do the worksheet again. So it was like that. My dad used to tutor me.
So we should do that for everyone.
No.
Right. So I'm glad that you're happy. You are.
Yes, I am.
I'm glad that you went into IIFT Kakinada. You made the choice of not going to IIM Rohtak, despite IIM Rohtak having the brand name. And I'm thoroughly positive about the times to come. You will do great things, and I will definitely want you to do big, huge things, earn a really good salary, or more than that, maybe start something for yourself, like you always used to say. Right? So, all the very best, Anu. Thank you for coming, and thank you for giving suggestions to the IP Math students watching this, and also the parents who are going to watch this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.